Today, it's an intra-division matchup in the AFC South, as it will be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Houston Texans. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and as we look at this matchup, every time there's some different focus on it. So I was asking you, what do you see in this one?
Well, Rembrandt, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you? Yeah. Where do you think I'm going to go with this? You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Decent return out to the 27-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them there, we get at their sixth-string quarterback.
I tell you what, when he gets on schedule, weak secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
If you're in the offense huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off another big gain, or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
From the 33, here's second and 4. Stroud to throw. Already sacked defensively.
How about that? Now, another time to try and go and get the back.
So now an early third and 8 here on their opening drive. Deep to return is Josh Downs. Fair catch, 7-4, and taken just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Colts take over.
So now coming up their opening drive.
30-yard line.
And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
We knew about the great mind coming out of Duke, and we saw the athletic ability and the potential. Watch it all come together, get better with each person there. That's been fun. He can throw it deep, throw it short, and of course take off out of the pocket and put it with his legs as well.
looking to put a drive together. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing Jones. That's to his tight end, Tanner Ward. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a game of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
First down. A gain of 17 yards. First down.
Well, the first drive here, the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
Well, because when it gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are involved as this game goes on.
Now Jones. He's got it, and it's Pierce. He stopped at 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
This route is run really well. That jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender, give him a little bit of space. All you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
2nd and a couple. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Texans with a solid field position here as they take over at the 35-yard line.
But I think this will win a ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They'll start following the interception. Great field position at the 45. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's Joe Mixon as the starter. And he's able to take it across the field before going. Just what you want on a first down run, call it 8 yards, and it's 2.
He's right here early on. It doesn't take a play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 2. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. There's the space here. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That good for 22 and first down.
this offense up first and goal. To dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
Here we go now on first and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And the ball is way down to about the 1-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Second and goal from the 1. Mixon again. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. Joe Mixon taking it in from a yard out. And the Texans use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Sometimes offense is too cute down the goal line. There's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a steal here, and we get a steal here, and we run this play in the alley. That's good work. And finish.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it all culminated in the touchdown coming from Joe Mixon. Here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Oh, good look return set up here. And a good return out of the first 36. Coming up here, Indianapolis Colts. First time football wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you drive for 2?
Going back to the game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that are better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots, get your offense moving.
Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at their 36-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Ball Valley counts 64 yards.
The kicker on
Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good. Match touchdowns here in the first quarter. Ties. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense. The coordinator, the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and in the end zone 6. All even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 6-yard line. And now out comes Houston. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
Frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive. And they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and will over the other.
Looking to put a drive together. He'll hand it off here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Stroud off the play fake. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 and the 34.
Not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take what you can get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Here's Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go up near midfield at the 49. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
But certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's completion right there.
Stroud to throw it. Now he'll tuck this in. And he's tapped 40, not quite to the 35. Capability in evidence there is 13 in the first.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to keep playing against this guy. You know, he can throw the ball, but how to use his legs as well. When we call those 2 plays, you can account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 6. Inside handoff to Nick. Muster, you hit the first carry of the fullback. And a great run there to take it inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Give them 17 to pick up there. The Texans also get a new set of downs.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, you might want to get out of the way.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Mix it up the middle. And he can't get there. Tackled down at the 1. 60 yards rushing for him as he got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need some guys, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defense side.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Louis Marks. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into the game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. It's up and good. It's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's a touchdown run. The touch. Here's Fairbairn now kick it away. And able to get out. And Colts get ready to go. That's not really true, but last drive that was the case. One play, get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And it's all celebration, pure unbridled joy after that one.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And it's a over. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. blocked really well on that run, but the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets. Linebackers, defensive backs, they do a really good job helping out the running game.
That's complete to Pierce. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's bring up second down.
26 points in the round. To get the quarterback really nice line to his receiver. Shot, able to throw the ball to the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they get on that play.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Running straight tail. And very little right there. Can get a couple up to the 44. Pushing on first, not much, and everyone on
Good follow. Already looked ahead and anticipated the situation. Already down his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Here's 3rd and 6. Throw there is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. By this defense to hold things in check in a punting situation.
On 4th down, call on Roberto Sanchez for the punt. Shannon Knoll deep for Houston. And he couldn't get it to check out. Kicks all the way to the end zone for a touchback. Set, take over. Last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys have to look at it and say, we've got set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot. But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, you throw the ball, you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
Looking to put a drive together. Throwing now to Stroud. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him. He released it, and it's 2nd down.
So we've seen some good pressure defensively already here in the first quarter. Here's another good example.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. And he'll be tackled at 20 after a gain of 3. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, you do it all game long. They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series you have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Check up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give them 17 to the pickup. The Texans back, everyone, to NRG Stadium in Houston. It's Texans football as we rejoin the action in quarter number 1. Play action. Here's Stroud. A short one going to be taken in by Schultz. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings us a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Ball on the 47-yard line. Second down and 3. Stroud sets up the play action. That's complete to his second-round pick. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. From the gun to give to Mixon. And a solid run down inside the 30. 71 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. They're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Stroud to throw it. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made by Zaire Franklin.
Brings up second.
Talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Stroud going to give to Marks. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Following a gain of 4, it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage. And traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing now is Stroud. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Jaden Hurts, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns. They're still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens. Like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now. Kick it away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Working to put a drive together. Taylor to begin the drive. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I continue to go in that direction.
Now Jones. Pass here completed to Pittman. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Start of the second quarter, the Colts in possession as they've got it 2nd and 7. Throwing Jones. That's complete to Pierce. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
It's a gain
14 yards that time, number 14.
First down. A gain of 14. And a first down.
job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Second down and 4. This pass left side to Jones. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 19. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 and 4 before he's out of bounds.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field. And just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll look to throw again. To the left side, he's got Warren, the tight end. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Tyler Warren from 3 yards out. And the Colts have cut it back within a score. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and touchdown.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. That drives 7 plays in length, and it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. Game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Looking to put a drive together. And Stroud now to throw. this curve complete. Calling the game for 6 on the play. And it'll be second down.
Well, it's time to be good teammates right here. What I mean by is sets the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give the defense just to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 32-yard line now, here's the 4. Now Stroud. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
I see the surprise face there. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. This offense so far on third down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Stroud, how they got here? Now he's just up and run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Some good running from Stroud. He gets the first down.
His offense was staring. Looks likely. Now, 0 inside. Never down for a second. They pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it reveals itself.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And it's brought down. And that to be a nice gain. 14 yards and another.
Good strong and catch right there. This game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Mixon with a down carry. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Javarius Ward in on a tackle.
That's about guys on the defense of the ball, helping to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8, and that's going to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
From the 42-yard line, it's a 2nd and 8. Once again, they run with Nixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't. You know as well as I do, the offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Stroud working out of the gun. That's going to back him up almost a full 10 yards. It's going to be a loss of 9 officially, and it's 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6-6 touchdown pass, so what he did then, again, right?
Yeah, everybody finish it better.
Looking to put a drive together. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense. To the football, getting him on the ground. I think the play is made by the defense. Because if they can't get up the field, they're going to go ahead and blow, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the run to hold.
In motion, Pittman. For the Jones. Get this into Pittman. Oh, the gain of 3 on the play. And that was 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. And that will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Edge called for and made. Now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Roughing the kicker.
So not just running at the punter, but roughing the punter.
And I'm struggling with this one. You know, you're watching a partner. Is it more the first rather than the latter? This is a tough one. It almost feels like he felt like he had to call it on that play.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Just keep in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his man. It's Pierce. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very general spot. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
But it looks like they got what they wanted. They got completion, but they weren't able to break that tackle. They gained nearly enough yards to pick up a 1st down. Now it's 4th down short.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing.
The Texans take 1st and 10.
And now out comes So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Mixing up the middle. A strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to 55. 91-yard rush for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
This is an example of breaking down the defense because on a lot of runs, he's getting past the attack, and guess what? Plus the secondary guys take a lot of tackles.
Stroud looking to throw. This is caught. It's Kirk. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 yards there, down 2 to 18 and a first down.
Another nice play there. They get into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Stroud off the play. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
To the sideline and incomplete.
It's supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Second and 10. Here's Stroud. That's to the left sideline and incomplete.
And here, you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap to Stroud. The field has got a man complete. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off the drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Mix. Will take this one in for the Texans touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Marty would say, we get a steal here, and we get a steal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish the end zone.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
Makes the score Texans 28.
So the drive there took 6 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon.
Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. There's the flash of Abdullah. A nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. First and 10. Looking to put a drive together. He'll start with a give to Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. They run once more with Taylor. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play a leverage game here. Offensive line just got lowered in the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
That's been the beauty. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that they only picked up 5 yards.
2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That one finds Pierce right side. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. Still to go. 3rd down now. And we'll find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made. The Texans 37. Indianapolis moving the chain there on a gain of 12.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest first half, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down and keep the drive going.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That tackle behind the line made by Will Anderson.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. A short one there, caught by Warren. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards. And 3rd and 8 now.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. 11 yards for number 11.
Gain of 11. That's another.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Gain of 11 on the play. First down, Indianapolis.
Now Jones. They're going right back to Pitt. And they work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
A nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here. This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of the best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On the option right, it's Jones. And holding it, maybe the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion. And I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Throwing, Jones. Find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here is 3rd and 5. A give Taylor running right side. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So on 4th down, Spencer Schrader on here for the Colts field goal. This from 25 yards out. And his is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. For the 3 points there in CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any point you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take it.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Texans offense and running back Joe Mixon set to take over once more. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as it comes to 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
34-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 2. Throwing now is Stroud. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver. They just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. The Texans get a signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here goes Stroud again. Throw right side. It's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
So halftime straight ahead. It's time to join our good friend Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. Welcome everyone to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this has a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter. We're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the 2nd half brings here. These 2 defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. The Colts getting the football first, and the trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. This offense, Charles, a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing, looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, it was only a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. Got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Looking to put a drive together. And he'll push his way forward to about the 52. 53 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on the schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
First down. It's a gain of 6. And the Colts first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guy carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace it.
2nd and a couple. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. First down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
And the Colts first down. It's a gain of 6. And the Colts first down.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in a shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Here's Jones, operating from the gun. That's complete to Pierce. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. In this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Try to punch it in with Taylor. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at 36. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it. They convert on 4th down. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Taylor. And he's hit motors way down to the 16-yard line. That burst good. 20 and 1st down.
Indianapolis.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Toto there on the tackle. Now 2nd and 5. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And just shy of the goal as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 9 yards on the play, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Taylor. Looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. Nothing doing there. 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd goal. They get this out left. Touchdown! Josh Downs, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Colts have got it back to within a score. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line, out by the receiver as well.
Shane Steichen, aggressive as a play caller. He's going to go for 2 here.
The Colts will line up for a 2-point conversion.
Jones throwing for it. That's caught at the 1. And he's not going to get it as a try for 2 comes up empty. So they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll begin on the ground with Marks. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 7. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And tough going there as he'll only get up to about the 31. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is shoving on the field as they'll go 2. They'll let Taylor try and run. And he will not make it to the goal line here. So they'll be unable to bump this lead up to a field goal as it remains a 1-point game. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football. We witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it in the end zone for 6. In the 3rd quarter here, we're trying to push that to a 3-point game. Instead, it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent points or going for two too early. But in this case, I understand why. If you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So field goal still the other team. So you go for 2 here.
Two hands on the ball. Here's the kickoff. Fumble return. So take it to the 25, to the 28-yard line. Christian Kirk out there. Together. Get it off here. Takes it. He takes it ahead for right around 3 yards. No more than that. It's second down.
Huge carry there on first down. Not all ability, but still the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you need to do here on that down.
Snap will come from the one on second down. Motion left is Kirk. Takes it on second down. Now it's the pickup. It's a first down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Almost incomplete. The pressure got to him. He released it. And it's second down.
At this point in the second half, once they got a first throw, your chances of coming. That's the right call there. Just not that one away.
Now it's second and Stroud sets up play action. We all keeps it so. And he maybe makes it to the line of scrimmage. That's it. It looks like we have a cold which was shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step. They'll come up now, 3rd and 9. Stroud looking at the run. Almost intercepted. First pick of the game right there, but it does give him a 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there. Deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Could create space, couldn't uncover the
The Texans send the punter out as he's on to kick it away.
Roughing the kicker. Deep defense.
They got the lead here in the second half. That's the last penalty you want to commit.
And you're getting the ball. Why going after the punter there? Just take the ball and keep going. But still, his talent, you expect him to have relations to him in this game.
And incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The Texans send the punter out. As he'll come on to kick this one away. This is the out of bounds. Question of where they'll mark it. This is at the 11-yard line. The Colts offense, Jones set to take it over again. And he had a moment in the first half, that's for sure. He's really used his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him. They'll keep him rolling right here. The offense at the line and set to go. And now last drive was so successful with the running game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick that?
That would be the number one thing you would think of. Since so many guys now go look at it and say, we need to do something. Action. Now's the time to take a shot. It was a big time coaching standpoint. You throw the ball, you put it in the air, three things can happen. Bad. Sit on the ground.
Back to Taylor for first down. We're going to snatch this play out on the line. And not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game. Lost a bit off his toe on that carry.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now 2nd and 12. Operating from gun, Jones.
timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and he picks up a first down.
So first and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. Another big hitter there. 18.
Now that I can speak from experience, because I do know as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing lanes because if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked, either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Here. Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics, he's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end. Some teams, though, will read different players depending on defenses, but basically it's that outside player.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. They'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
On 2nd and goal, Jones. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll look to run with Taylor. It's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor taking it in from a yard out. And the Colts another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
And the thing you have to love about Jonathan Taylor, he's a shifty speed guy most of the time when you hand him the football. but he's not coming off the field when you get down near the goal line because he's as tough and gritty as they come. And he finishes things off here by getting into the end zone.
Now the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. A 10-play drive that time. It was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. And he's up across the 25 and down at 28. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They're looking to turn things around. They've been shut down in this third quarter, and that was after a good first half offensively.
And you wonder where it all goes, and it feels like it goes away fast because it takes time to build up good momentum, great play calling, excellent execution, and then like blink of an eye, you're losing the game. How do you get back there again? I'm sure they've talked about it, and they've got a plan. How can they put it into practice?
The lead gone, now the search to find it again. Looking to put a drive together. On the ground, it's Marks to start the drive. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that point from the get-go. They never want to crash the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. Mixing up the middle. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Now Stroud. And pass caught by Kirk. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on the 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. second sack of the afternoon.
This dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
What a sequence there defensively. You get the sack to move to 3rd and long, then here, just nothing available. And he's got to throw it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Stroud. He'll swing this out to Marks. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A run here with Brooks. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
This 2nd and 4. Inside handoff. And the stop will come inside the 5-4. Now a pause for the injury, and that is as Joe Mixon clearly in some discomfort following that last play. Now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Marks. Touchdown, Houston. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
A big spot now for the Texans as they'll try for two.
The Texans will line up for the two-point conversion.
Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion. And he's going to be sacked. They came after him. He couldn't get away. And this remains a two-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. There's the flash of Abdullah. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching again. He's had a good game. Good starting field position for the Colts. They have it 1st and 10. They're 38. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. Powers through. He'll take it to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. If you can keep getting gains like that with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it. What the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
That's good for the Colts. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Your superstar of the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a 1st down.
that sweep here with Pierce.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Operating from the gun, Jones. It's taken in by bounds. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Able to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tyler Warren, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Colts get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now conversion to make it a 2-score game and a solid lead.
Now for the point after. And that makes it a 9-point game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Houston's offense taking over again, and the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Stroud off the play fake.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. As Stroud on the throw. He's going to put this one deep right side. That is knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
The Texans send the punter out. And they'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's taken to the 26. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts offense and running back Jonathan Taylor heading back onto the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And that's just an ideal run to start this drive because they're in full ball control mode now. So if we keep ripping off 7, 8, 9 yards of carry, you're going to have a great chance of finishing off this game.
Here's 2nd and 3. On the option right, it's Jones. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to 43. A good chunk on the ground. Keeper, 17 yards, 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Indianapolis.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane. He keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Most teams are going to defend the running back more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
That's just a solid, physical run there as he orders for 9 yards. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to take it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, onus of the defense. Do they use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Second, another run to Taylor. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to solve this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs, clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They run once more with Taylor. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Gain there on 1st down and keeps him in the running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Up the middle, here's Taylor. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Brandon, I got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations. There'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now Jones. And he's going to go down at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. We've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no points to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. He hit his first one. This 44 yards out now. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. Maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to saw one away in the fourth.
The possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time definitely a big factor at this stage of the game is in their favor.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And a good return until he stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Houston set to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And Frank, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Stroud. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach, trying to come up with an answer for the pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Back to throw now on first down. That one too wide and incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, wondering, does this meet the level of ground? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Stroud out of the gun here. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. They'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 44-yard line. Correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Throwing now is Stroud. Over the middle, complete. That's Higgins. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Stroud. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Stroud will look to throw once more. He'll try and do this himself. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Well, this defense needing a stop here. Got to have it. 3rd and 9. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Neville Gallimore getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Gotta avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Collins. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Texans. Go Collins. 38 yards. And the Texans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you get the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. You have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they have to slog their way down, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like,
yeah,
you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Still an important piece piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Back to a 5-point game. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was Nico Collins who finished off with a touchdown reception. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Colts offense and Daniel Jones set to take over again. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no back lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. He used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. He's going to have to protect the ball and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. And they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Jones looking around. That complete to Downs. The Texans going to signal for their and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they will take a knee here. Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long from here.